competition, but they nothing but some clowns. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. It's nothing. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. They say they competition, but them niggas going down.
Now these fools got me wondering what the beef is all about. Mama scared to have me home, my homie broke into her house. Now eyes to be the snake, since he wanna be the mouse. Trying to get me for my bread and leave me crumbs on the couch. People born with your spouse, I ain't playing, break them down. Got a truck full of dogs and shit's about to go down. Nope, I don't make up, hell no, ain't no clown. I play the game on the bench so I can watch the out of bounds. I keep it real in this game, y'all niggas be faking. Slowing me down and my time you be wasting. Gotta slow myself down, God grant me patience. Run through the holes like the realm that I am. Calling me a dog when yet you a bitch. Buying up kids and no I ain't rich. I got the best dope, yeah, feel this shit. And the whole neighborhood wanna take a hit. Dope rhymes, yeah, get a taste of the spit. We can swap it out, his and your trip. Got my mind lost, tell me where is my soul. Cut out my own eyes, then hang up the throw.
Somebody tell me, man, sometimes do you feel lost? Knowing not the way to go, cause you throw it off. Gotta pay the cost if you wanna be the boss. Is there the free in this world? Everything costs. Somebody tell me, man, sometimes do you feel lost? Knowing not the way to go, cause you throw it off. Gotta pay the cost if you wanna be the boss. Is there the free in this world? Everything
Hey, what goes around, back around, right back in your face. Staring you point blank in the eyes with no pity or no grace. Hey, what goes around, back around, right back in your face. Staring you point blank in the eyes with no pity or no grace. Depend on nobody.
Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. It's nothing. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. It's easy. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. They say they competition, but they nothing but some clowns. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. It's nothing. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. Watch me break them down, break them down, break them down. They say they competition, but them niggas going down.
Now these fools got me wondering what the beef is all about. Mama scared to have me home, my homie broke into her house. Now eyes to be the snake, since he wanna be the mouse. Trying to get me for my bread and leave me crumbs on the couch. People born with your spouse, I ain't playing, break them down. Got a truck full of dogs and shit's about to go down. Nope, I don't make up, hell no, ain't no clown. I play the game on the bench so I can watch the out of bounds. I keep it real in this game, y'all niggas be faking. Slowing me down and my time you be wasting. Gotta slow myself down, God grant me patience. Run through the holes like the realm that I am. Calling me a dog when yet you a bitch. Buying up kids and no I ain't rich. I got the best dope, yeah, feel this shit. And the whole neighborhood wanna take a hit. Dope rhymes, yeah, get a taste of the spit. We can swap it out, his and your trip. Got my mind lost, tell me where is my soul. Cut out my own eyes, then hang up the throw.
Somebody tell me, man, sometimes do you feel lost? Knowing not the way to go, cause you throw it off. Gotta pay the cost if you wanna be the boss. Is there the free in this world? Everything costs. Somebody tell me, man, sometimes do you feel lost? Knowing not the way to go, cause you throw it off. Gotta pay the cost if you wanna be the boss. Is there the free in this world?
Hey, what goes around, back around, right back in your face. Staring you point blank in the eyes with no pity or no grace. Hey, what goes around, back around, right back in your face. Staring you point blank in the eyes with no pity or no grace. Depend on nobody.
IBD, Dr. Frizzle Frost. Man, we about to break down some relationship standards. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I haven't been just too good with my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Or else I'd still be like in a long-term relationship right now, right? But we definitely gonna talk about some things and we're gonna break down some shit. You feel me? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And a lot of people like to talk about dating. A lot of people like to talk about dating, giving dating advice, but nobody really elaborates on the relationship side. You know what I'm saying? On how to keep a relationship, how to maintain a relationship. Now, we don't really hear that. We don't hear that. But I'm here. I'm here, people. I am here to elaborate on some things. Let me hit y'all with the intro so we can dissect this thing, man. Let's suit up. Let's get ready for surgery.
Lost count of the brothers we lost to these streets. It done came to sometimes either him or me. All the time I kept my eyes on my enemies. Had people that was that called family. Said loyalty's a must, but I lost that trust. I just knew that I loved her, but the facts was lust. Should've had my nose in the wind, but I was sneezing off dust. Achoo, bless you, still this world is cruel. The table's set, but the chairs are empty. Lies were served like a feast of plenty. Whispers carve knives that cut so deep. Promises are sold for secrets to keep. I build my trust on fragile stone. Now I stand here all alone. Betrayal's flame won't burn me down. I'll rise up strong. Wear the crown. Through the ashes, through the scars, I'll light the dark like falling stars. Blood means nothing when hearts grow cold. Their smiles were masks, their hands were stones. They watched me drown, they watched me fight, but I broke the chains in the heat of night. I've seen shadows, I've seen the fall. Now I'll be the ice that breaks them all. Betrayal's flame won't burn me down. I'll rise up strong. Wear the crown. Through the ashes, through the scars, I'll light the dark like falling stars. I'm cold, bitch. I'm cold, bitch. Cold, bitch. Welcome to Frostville. Salute to the host, Dr. Frizzle Frost. Let's suit up. Let's get ready for surgery.
So let's talk about it, man. We got to dive into this thing. We got to dissect this thing, man, because the first thing we're going to start off with cooking and cleaning. Cooking and cleaning. That's what most guys be saying, right? She got to know how to cook. She got to know how to clean, but there's more things to just that. You know what I'm saying? More things to just that when you're picking your mate. You know what I'm saying? So let's dive into it. Cooking and cleaning shouldn't be treated as proof that someone is a good partner, right? The changes in the question is, what domestic service does she provide for me? That's what you got to ask yourself. So it changes from that to, what does this relationship add to both of our lives? Because when you're in a relationship, you got to think two different ways. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one person in a relationship, so you always got to be concerned about the other person's thoughts, which is another reason why men are single, right? But there's an important distinction here. Cooking for your partner can absolutely be an act of love. Cleaning together can be part of teamwork, but expecting one person, especially a woman, to become responsible for another capable adult's basic needs creates a parent-child dynamic instead of a partnership, right? Instead of y'all being together, she starts to look at you as a child because you expecting her to cook and clean. And that's the basis, right? That's the basis. Number two, can she disagree with him without disrespecting him? Can she disagree with him without disrespecting him, right? We know that a disagreement can lead to disrespect because the woman, she may feel like you're not with her on this topic of the situation, the topic on hand. So she may feel you betraying her. and start disrespecting you, you know what I'm saying? Just out of spite. This is really about conflict capability. Healthy relationships don't require two people to agree on everything. The important question is, can we disagree without trying to destroy each other's character? There's a huge difference between I don't agree with you, I see this completely different, I understand why you feel that way, but I don't think you're right, versus you're stupid, you're always wrong, you're just like everybody else. Personal insults, humiliation, threats, deliberately pushing emotional buttons, pushing buttons on purpose, right? So, when you get in a disagreement, you know how it is, man. The woman will probably tell you you're stupid, your idea's stupid. Sometimes it be the man. But this the thing. This is what I always say. Because I'm an even person and I understand things can go different ways. So, like, me and my partner have a disagreement, I'll say, okay, you know what I'm saying? Being honest, I can see it your way. I see it your way. Although, then I tell my part, right? When I tell my part, I will dissect how I got to my answer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what I do. You ain't got to explain, but I like to dissect and let people know how I got to the answer. But disagreement isn't disrespectful. Disrespect is how someone chooses to behave while disagreeing. And this applies equally to men and women. Number 3, can he tell her what he's going through mentally without her throwing it back in his face? And this is a big problem because we see our woman as someone we can talk to. We can actually, we bonding, we vibing. I should be able to talk to her and tell her things. You know what I'm saying? She should be able to tell me things. But the most problem men have, and this is why men say, don't tell women everything. When the men say that, that means don't tell her something that she can use as a weapon against you while she's mad. And it often happens a lot. This happens a lot. This is probably one of the most important statements in this entire post. It's about emotional safety. Because when a person uses something against you, you feel, you feel like you got to get on defense. You know what I'm saying? You got to defend yourself. A person needs to be able to say, I'm struggling right now, without wondering, is this information going to be used against me during our next argument? Because we already know it'll get thrown right back in your face. You know what I'm saying? It'll be used as leverage over you. For example, if someone tells their partner about an insecurity, fear, failure, family issues, or difficult experience, that information should generally be treated as vulnerability, not ammunition. And I had this, like, through all my relationships, I had this problem. And the first thing a woman target on me is my career. They always target my career. You ain't made it. That's why you ain't made it yet. Oh, you ain't gonna never get nowhere like that. That's why your stuff ain't moving. That's why you ain't got far as you got. You know what I'm saying? I had to hear all this shit, but you know what I'm saying? My ego and my arrogance protect me from even jumping into that shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between healthy accountability. For example, you told me this situation was difficult for you, so let's figure out how we can handle it. That's proper. And weaponizing vulnerability, example, no wonder you're struggling. Did I just say that? You told me yourself you're incapable of handling things, using something against you, right? The second behavior can destroy trust because the person learns opening up to you makes me vulnerable to you. So that means, you know what I'm saying? That's why the man will not open up to a woman when women always be talking about a man. Oh, men should open up to women more. How? How can we open up to a woman if she gonna get angry, get upset, something to go her way, and the first thing she do is weaponize what you told her? She uses that as leverage over you. She used that to gain control of the situation on hand. How can we open up? That's why we tell men not to open up. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, can she get mad without manipulating him, shutting down, or trying to hurt him? When a woman, when you know, like when she get angry, she will use manipulative tactics on the guy to change his mindset on how he thinks. You know what I'm saying? Just because he thinks another way and a woman thinks another way, it's nothing wrong with that. Come to some type of agreement or just let the situation go all together and move on. Shutting down, a woman to shut down, to hurt the man, because she knows shutting down, not talking to him, will make him start to act on it. What's wrong, baby? Why you acting like this, baby? What did I do wrong? What can we do to fix this? Or what can I do to fix it? What you need me to do, baby? And still, when a man do all he can to make it better, the woman still shuts down, right? She still shuts down, trying to hurt him. This is about emotional regulation. Getting angry isn't automatically unhealthy. People are going to get frustrated, disappointed, jealous, hurt, and angry. The question is, what happens after the emotions disappear? Healthy anger can sound like, I'm really upset about what happened. I need some time before we continue this conversation. That's healthy. Unhealthy conflict can involve silent treatment intended to punish you, threatening to leave to gain control, guilt tripping, deliberately provoking jealousy, bringing up unrelated vulnerabilities, emotional blackmail, insults, retaliation, trying to make the other person suffer because you're hurt. The same principle applies to men. A man doesn't get a pass to intimidate, manipulate, threaten, or punish his partner simply because he's angry. Anger is an emotion. Manipulation is a behavior. So go to number 5. Can they go through hard times without her making everything about her? Huh? We hear men talk about this a lot, right? Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. This is about perspective and partnership. Sometimes one person is hurting and needs support. That doesn't automatically mean the other person's feelings disappear. For example, a healthy response. I understand you're struggling. I'm here for you. Once you're feeling better, I also want to talk about what happened between us. But imagine someone saying, I'm overwhelmed and having a really difficult time. And the response immediately becomes, well, what about my problems? What about what I'm going through? I had a hard day today. What about me? Huh? Now the original person's struggle has been pushed aside. However, there's an important nuance missing from the post. A relationship can't permanently revolve around one person's problems. If both partners are struggling, both deserve space. So the healthiest dynamic isn't his problem over her problems or her problems over his problems. It's we're both human and both of our experiences matters. Both of our experience matters. We got to find a solution to this thing and not make it about just one person. Number 6, a grown man can cook, clean, and handle his own responsibilities, which is happening a lot. And also for independent women, they also handle that business without men. That's why men be out here saying, we can survive without a woman, and a woman out here saying we can survive without men, right? A healthy adult shouldn't enter a relationship because they need someone to function for them. A man should be capable of feeding himself, cleaning, managing his responsibilities, taking care of his personal affairs, managing his finances responsibly, maintaining his living environment, taking care of himself emotionally, making decisions, solving problems. And the same standard should apply to women. Adult relationships should be two functioning adults choosing to cooperate, not one adult parenting another. Number 7, he doesn't need a mama or a maid, right? It essentially says, don't look for a woman to replace your mother. And we hear a lot of women talk about this. He act more like my child than my man, right? Don't look for a man to become your father, therapist, financial rescue, or emotional regulator. That's for the women. Partners can certainly help each other. They can cook for each other. They can clean for each other. They can financially support each other during difficult periods. They can comfort each other. But helping someone is different from being responsible for their entire existence. Helping someone is different from being responsible for their entire existence. If you strip away the aggressive language, you're asking 5 major questions about relationship quality. Can we disagree respectfully? What is really testing? Conflict capability. Can we be emotionally vulnerable safely? What is really testing? Trust. Can we become angry without becoming destructive? What is really testing? Emotional maturity. Can we support each other during difficult periods? What is really testing? Partnership. Can we function independently? What is really testing? Adult responsibility. Right? Can I trust you with the vulnerable version of me? That's arguably much more important than whether somebody cooks dinner. Someone can make incredible meals and keep a spotless house while being terrible at communication. Communication important. Someone else could be an average cook, but be an excellent partner because they listen, communicate, take accountability, respect boundaries, keep confidence, handle disagreements maturely, support their partner, know when they're wrong, don't weaponize vulnerabilities, take responsibilities for themselves. One important correction to this right here. I wouldn't make this what a woman should be able to do for a man. I make it what both people should be able to do for each other. Right? The healthiest relationship isn't what can she do for me or what can he do for me. It's can we both become better people without making each other smaller. So basically, looking out for each other, being there for each other, supporting each other, listening to each other, communicating with each other, not exactly agreeing, but disagreeing maturely. You know what I'm saying? So it's a progress. It's a work in progress, and different strokes for different folks because we raised in different environments, and our environments can shape us to the person that we are. What we have to learn how to be in a relationship, but nobody really teaches relationship. Everybody teaching how to smash. You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying you got to have a rotation. Men, you got to have a rotation. Women, you got to have a rotation. But it's some people out here that's looking for a monogamous relationship. But, or on the other hand, they don't know how to maintain a monogamous relationship. These things are, these relationships are a work in progress for both people, not just one, but both. Learning each other, experiencing each other, accepting each other, adjusting to each other, not just changing the person you are, but adjusting some things about you for the relationship. Sacrifice for the relationship. And many people don't really talk about this. They don't talk about this. And we will have a show where we kind of elaborate a little more on it. Hopefully we can have some guests up here to talk about it. But it's people that's in marriages that say they got a good marriage. But we don't hear from these people. We don't hear from them. We don't hear from the people that got a good marriage going and come out here and explain to us or tell us, give us information on how they maintain a healthy marriage. We don't have people that's maintaining a healthy relationship to come on podcasts and tell us how they maintain the healthy relationship. If we got that, I don't see it. And if you want to, go to my IG. My IG is right here on the screen. Go to my IG and send me some videos of people that got healthy relationships, people that have healthy marriages, and they talking about it. Send me the videos. You know what I'm saying? And I gladly be able to. I gladly respond to them. But most of all, we don't have that. We have dating. How to maintain yourself in a dating world. And some guys will say, okay, you maintain your relationship the same way you maintain dating. But really, do that really work for everybody? Do some of these things these dating coaches speak of, do that work for everybody? Some people have to adjust, but how can they adjust? How can they fix themselves to adjust? One thing I don't worry about, and I'm going to tell you how right quick. I'm going to tell you how. Because one thing I don't worry about is stats. The stats are important to know, but not important to go off. You know what I'm saying? You make your own, you create your own stats. And this is how you handle yourself, like just meeting people. Like, learn how to communicate. The way to learn how to communicate is to start communicating with the opposite sex, right? That's who you want to be with. You want to be with one of these people, but you don't know how to communicate. Just start talking. Just start. You got to start somewhere. You'll never know your weakness in communicating if you don't start communicating. Start communicating. Start experiencing close sexual relationships. Like, y'all not girlfriend and boyfriend, but y'all are close to each other. You know what I'm saying? That right there can help develop a relationship. It can help you start to understand relationships. Or you can just jump in a relationship and experience off the top. You know what I'm saying? Just don't, what I say about men is knowing how to react when shit don't go your way. Knowing how to respond when things start to go sour. Knowing how to control your emotions. Knowing when to say things. Knowing how to say things. And or you can just be like me. Or you can just be like me and just talk the way you talk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning, though. I'm learning how to put my words together in a better perspective. Well, someone can understand me. For example, like today, I was having this long fucking conversation with this customer, and she was talking about spirituality and people. She was saying to me, people throw away their she said people would throw away their conscience and become heartless to get ahead. And I had to ask her a question. Like, I had to question, like, so if people throwing away, I say, I really didn't know there was a thing, throwing away your conscience. You know, so I'm just going by what she say. So I'm like, if someone getting rid of their conscience to better their life, is that really is that really a bad thing? I said, then she was like, yeah, it's a bad thing. I was like, no, I don't think it's a bad thing. She was like, why? I said, because one tree, different branches. And she kept just pushing that shit to the side, pushing it to the side when I say that. And she was expressing a little more, and I give her a little more pushback. And then when I finally she was like, well, explain to me where I can understand when you say one tree, different branches, right? So I broke it down, and before I could finish, because I was going in a loophole. So before I could finish, she was like, okay, what you're saying is on this branch, I'm right, and on this branch, you're right. I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's more than one way. It's more than one way to slay a cow, skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat. So we can get to the same answer a different way. You feel me? 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 0 is 2. 5 - 3 is 2. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to get there, but they all right. But yeah, that's just something I was explaining. We had a long ass conversation. Tell you the truth, I don't remember most of the shit from that shit, but later on, my memory would start calculating and analyzing the conversation to where I can come back and tell y'all. But when that happens, I will. And if it don't, oh well. Because my memory kind of funny. Like, it's kind of funny. And I had a bad experience at a young age. When in my 20s, I had a bad experience to a point where I lost my whole fucking memory. Like, I lost everything. Only thing I knew, and I hate to be spinning out from relationships, but I'm just conversating right now. Hey, drop your questions down in the chat. Y'all want me to answer questions. But I lost my memory. Only thing I can remember was like the people that's close to me, a few things that happened in a short amount of time. Memories, like I fucking forgot who people were, forgot their fucking names and shit. And the only thing I can remember was I was a producer. You feel me? I knew I had to produce. I can make beats, rap. You feel me? All that good shit. And that's what I continued to do. I continued my music, and I started stepping out. Like, my dad had this club. So I went to the club, and I was a host. I used to host the club and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I started meeting other people, or people that I rekindled with. And so at that point, I met Codeine. I didn't meet Codeine. I rekindled with Codeine, and we got to know each other better than just from school perspective. And we hooked up, and that kind of helped me get back focused, just doing my music, taking care of my kids, going out, doing things, going places and shit like that. But yeah, I was fucked up real bad. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even told this story. This is a story I ain't even told. But since we're here, let's talk about it. But definitely I was fucked up, and it was because I surrounded myself by people I thought cared for me. Surrounding myself around the wrong people, you know what I'm saying? And at this point in life, I was trying to make a change in myself. I was trying to change for the better of myself. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I guess once the people started seeing that I'm trying to change and I was moving different, they knew I was about to grab it. I was already a success. I was already succeeding. I was doing shows out of town. I was doing shows in different states. I was getting my music out there more. And it got to a point where they knew they'll be left behind. In the situation they was in, if I would have kept going the way I was going, I would have to leave them behind. So in order for me not to leave them behind, the snaking started. They became snakes. And the first thing they did was use my weakness against me. Because I love hard. I love hard. And they knew that one of my weaknesses was my woman. She, at that point of time, she seen me trying to change, and I was telling her what, you know, what it is. She gonna have to change with me. So yeah, so they used her against me. Shit fell apart. Things started to get twisted to that point where I realized that what was going on. When I finally realized what the fuck was going on, it was already too late. Before I realized the poison was eating me up, was eating me alive, it was too late. And I had to step away. I stepped away from everybody. But I did, like, at that point, I had took another woman in, which buried my children. And when my son was born, I knew then I had to fucking start changing. I got to be a father now. I already took her other child in and claimed him as mine. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, don't never tell him that I'm not his father, but she did it anyway, so he know I'm not his father. But like I told him, bro, you still my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still my son, because I raised him. And then when my daughter was born, that's when I knew I really had to come back. I got to really snap back. And then I pushed through, shoulder for shoulder. I was regaining my confidence. I was regaining my ego. I was regaining my pride and my arrogance. To a point I was like, I can't be vulnerable. I can't be weak. I can't show no weakness to nobody. And it started to get to a point where nobody can tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless if it ain't helping me advance, or if I feel like it's not helping me advance to another level, I don't want to hear that shit. And then I got to hearing people around me, or people that I run into from the back in the day, oh, you still got the studio? Let's crank it up. Let's do this. And I be like, nah, we ain't doing shit. I'm doing A and B. But Jeffro, we can do this. I don't want to hear that shit. You do it. You do it. You telling me what we can do when you can be doing it. Because I'm on a whole nother level right now. I'm on a whole nother playing field. I'm on something different. I'm on a whole nother path. You do it. And then they hit me with the fucking shame. The fucking shaming language. The shit that try to make me feel like less than myself. Oh man, you didn't change. I didn't change. I tell them I ain't changed. I elevated. I elevated to another level. While you still on level 1, I'm on level 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go back to level 1 with your motherfucking ass. Now you do it. That's what it became. To a point, you know, me and my baby mama separated, and I was in my own shit. And then for a whole year and a half, I was in my own shit. But that was still something missing. It was still something missing. And I prayed for it, and I asked for it. You know, I prayed to God about it. Then I ran into another relationship, right? And for a while, I was like, focus on the relationship, right? I focused on the relationship. I was trying my best, but you know, this is a woman I've been knowing for like 10 years. So what wasn't nothing she did was a surprise to me. Even though the outside looking in can be like, oh man, you was stupid, or you was a fool, or did blah, blah, blah. Nah, I knew exactly what was going on. I knew exactly the position I was in. Eventually we separated, but at the end of the relationship, she bare, you know, my 3rd child. So But through that relationship, I learned how to start loving back. Start caring more, you know, because I had became pretty heartless. Like I had became real heartless, but through that relationship, I learned how to, you know, start back caring, giving out love to the ones that love me, the ones that take care of me. You know what I'm saying? And everything that people perceive as bad, it's not bad because it's only bad because you look at it that way. You're right. You look at it as bad, but I'll be like, well, shit. Sometimes you got to let people be who they are. You got to let people be who they are and accept this person for who they are. Either you can fuck with them or you can not fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? And I learned how to separate myself easily. It became easy to walk away from distractions. It became easy to walk away from people who meant me no good. It became easy to get rid of people. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of people out of my life to a point when I finally got my own shit, you know, thank God for the household that I have. What's up, Deshaun Ali? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you. But and once I got my own, like when I got back in my own, yeah, I became very distant because I knew I had to focus. It's time to focus. It's time to get back on track. And I started learning my ways through YouTube. Well, I was doing pre-recorded shit. When I finally got my equipment, so I've been doing YouTube for 2 years. But I've been doing content for like 4 to 5 years. But I was just doing my wrestling content at the time. But I had a cheap ass laptop that was slow, and I couldn't do lives and shit like that, like talking about. And then but then I got into the YouTube universe, and I was like, the live seemed interesting. So I'm gonna work with what I got to do what I got to do, right? I started going around. I seen my first show I went to was No Captivity with Freezer. Shouts out to Freezer, man. Love you, bro. But that was my first show, and he dropped the link. I ain't know shit about links. I just heard him say click the link and such and such and such. I clicked the link. I pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I introduced myself. We got to talking. 907 pulled up. Shouts out to 907 Good Eats. What's up, sis? And then it started from there. Sooner or later, you know, I gave my IG, told people where they could find me on IG. He told me to shout out my shit. I shouted out my shit. Boom, here come Hassan. Hit me in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we need to get together and do some shit, right? So I hooked up with Hassan. And Hassan showed me the YouTube streets. So shouts out to Hassan. And I met a lot of interesting people. I met a whole lot of interesting people. And it started to expand my mind more. You know what I'm saying? It expanded my mind more than just my environment. That different people that grew up in different environments, they shape different from where I'm used to. But this became the normal because y'all see me here. Y'all see my videos. You go all the way back to when I first started doing videos. I was doing it off my phone. I had my phone set up. Now I sit down and do my shit. Then I had to come up with a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? My gimmick is me, but it's still like a gimmick, Dr. Frizzle Frost. You know what I'm saying? Let's suit up. Let's get ready for surgery. We dissect situations, which I always did since I was young, because people always told me I had an old soul. Older guys told me I had an old soul because I can, you know, the way I communicated. But I got to surfing in YouTube streets, man. You know, shouts out to my people, man. Then I met some interesting people, you know. Shouts out to Ashton. Definitely shouts out to Drip. Come in, Drip. We started communicating like in the back end, like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them. I can't even name everybody right now, but y'all know who y'all is, man. Shouts out to all y'all. I never had a problem with no one in this space. You feel me? No one. And I hope nobody got no problem with me. But if you do smoke show, pull up. You got a problem with Dr. Frizzle? Pull up. You know what I'm saying? Type in the comments. Hey, I got a problem with you. I need to express myself. I start the screen. We can talk about it. I think one person I had a problem with was that I got into it with, had disagreements with. It's a fair share. It was this young cat, but you know, that was arrogance meet arrogance type shit. Ego versus ego. But I ain't gonna say his name. It is no need to, but if you know, you know. But yeah, man, that's I definitely came from a long way from when my mind had got poisoned. So you definitely want to watch your environment. Watch who you surround your people with, man, because that was the most disappointment in my entire fucking life. Like, even through the times my woman may cheated on me at the time, that was nothing compared to the disappointment from the people in my group making sure I lose my fucking mind. But with the grace of God, I'm here. My mentality has reinvented itself. I'm gonna say that. As I was coming back to par, I was reinventing myself too. So that's and I'm here, Dr. Frizzle, aka Main Event Fro. Talk about wrestling on my other channel, and then we do gaming over here and gaming on my other channel, Gamer Glenn, PSN, Jeffro Bay, YT. And I also met people through the gaming side. I met a lot of interested people through the wrestling side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can catch my interviews. You go on my playlist, look up interviews, season 1 and 2. And I also got more interviews coming. Shouts out to Calfinino for reaching back out to me. Bro, I'm gonna get back to you. I've been going through some situations and trying to keep my head above water. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would get in touch with you if you're in the chat or if you just run across this video. And definitely things don't stop. The situations on hand don't stop. The roadblocks don't stop. Somebody always looking forward to blow your fucking bridge up while you're trying to cross it. Somebody always looking forward to chopping the tree down in your path. Somebody always looking forward to rolling the boulder in your path. It's always something life gonna throw at you. Life gonna throw many things at you. It's all about how we handle it. It's all about not giving up. It's all about continuing to strive, even though it looks like it's no finish line. Even though it looked like it's no finish line, we still got to continue to strive. Go for that goal. Focus on the mission. Do I mean put everybody aside? No, but you have to put everybody aside for a certain amount of time. No, that doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. No, that doesn't mean I don't want to be around you. No, that doesn't mean I'm not trying to communicate with you. It only means that I'm on a mission. And sometimes when we sit back and procrastinate, when we sit back and let time pass us by, the mission disintegrates. And it becomes harder to reach a goal. For example, how many people got YouTube channels and do one video a week, one show a week, don't really do shorts, don't really post like that? You can't get your watch hours up that way. Now, YouTube next year is setting up, they're going to double the watch hours from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000. I barely can get to 4,000. Hey, share me. I'm your boy. Share me out. You know what I'm saying? Share me out. I'm your boy. Share me out. Pick a video and just let it play. If you leave home, put your TV on my channel and just let it play. Help your boy get some watch hours. We trying to reach 4,000 before next year. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to 4,000. Share me out so we can get the name out there. We can get Frizzle out there. We can get more subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We trying to build over here. As y'all can see, the content is lit. The content is lit. It's educational. I got things that are entertaining. I got people that are guests coming that have very important information to give. Right? But other than that, though, people, that's enough of my rant, stories, and the educational perspective. We about to get up out of here. We wasn't in here for a long time, but we definitely was in here for a good time. And I always enjoy coming in here and running my goddamn mouth. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy it. So I do appreciate everybody that came through this thing. Shouts out to Deshaun Alley. We got to get Deshaun Alley back on the show. We got to get him back on the show because we got to get his Instagram jumping, but we got to get that thing jumping. He do music. He's a rap artist, and he's on his way of coming up. So we got to get Deshaun Alley back up here, so we can talk about what he's doing, how his music is going, and how he coming along, give him some advice, and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would have him up here for an interview. Coffee Nino, shouts out to him. And once I reach back out to Freezy, hopefully Freezy ain't too busy, because that's a busy guy. He got business. He got business to handle. His business has expanded. So I know he got more business than he used to when I first asked him to do the interview. So hopefully we can get Freezy on here for the interview. We're gonna get 907 Good Eats back on here. We're gonna pull up to the Drip Show, get him back up here. We got to get Stanley White back, aka D-Rock. We got to get him back up here to talk about his new movie. And they're working on another movie. And he got the hot sauce, barbecue sauce going. But and definitely try to get some more new faces up too. So we on the urge. We working over here. We working. It's a slow process, but we progressing. Cause your boy don't give up, and I damn sure don't give up easy. You know what I'm saying? It'll be real hard for me to say I give up. Fuck that. But with no further ado, I appreciate everybody coming through. I definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share the live out. And everybody have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Remember, always remember, we don't need no helicopter to elevate over hills. Peace and prosperity to you all.
Lost count of the brothers we lost to these streets. It done came to sometimes either him or me. All the time I kept my eyes on my enemies. Had people that was that called family. Said loyalty's a must, but I lost that trust. I just knew that I loved her, but the facts was lust. Should've had my nose in the wind, but I was sneezing off dust. Achoo, bless you, still this world is cruel. The table's set, but the chairs are empty. Lies were served like a feast of plenty. Whispers carve knives that cut so deep. Promises are sold for secrets to keep. I build my trust on fragile stone. Now I stand here all alone. Betrayal's flame won't burn me down. I'll rise up strong. Wear the crown. Through the ashes, through the scars, I'll light the dark like falling stars. Blood means nothing when hearts grow cold. Their smiles were masks, their hands were stones. They watched me drown, they watched me fight, but I broke the chains in the heat of night. I've seen shadows, I've seen the fall. Now I'll be the ice that breaks them all. Betrayal's flame won't burn me down. I'll rise up strong. Wear the crown. Through the ashes, through the scars, I'll light the dark like falling stars. I'm cold, bitch. I'm cold, bitch. I'm cold, bitch.
Phil, salute to the host, Dr. Frizzle Frost. Let's suit up. Let's get ready for surgery.
Get your ass up out of here.